The Apollo program stands as a monumental achievement in human history, driven by the audacious goal of landing humans on the moon. From its inception amidst the fervor of the Cold War space race to the culmination of the Apollo 11 historical lunar landing, this endeavor reshapes our understanding of space exploration. Join us as we explore the missions, the spacecraft engineering marvels, and the profound legacy of humanity's first steps on the lunar surface. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be exploring the incredible history of the Apollo program and all of its groundbreaking missions that took humanity to the moon and back. Join me as we delve into the triumphs, challenges, and successes of one of the most ambitious endeavors in human history. It all began with a dream, a vision of reaching beyond the stars and setting foot on the lunar surface. In 1961, President John Fitzgerald Kennedy boldly declared that the United States would put a man on the moon before the end of the decade, igniting the spark that would become the Apollo program. The road to the moon was not without its setbacks. In 1967, tragedy struck when a fire broke out inside the command module during a pre-launch test, claiming the lives of astronauts Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chapman. The Apollo program was put on hold as investigations were conducted to determine the cause of the accident and make necessary changes to ensure the safety of future missions. After months of rigorous testing and redesign, the Apollo program resumed with the successful Apollo 7 mission in October of 1968. The mission served as a vital test of the newly improved command module and paved the path for lunar missions to come. In December of 1968, Apollo 8 became the first manned spacecraft to orbit the moon, giving humanity its first glimpse of the lunar surface up close. The crew Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, and Bill Anders captured stunning images of the Earth rising over the moon, a sight that would inspire generations to come. The Apollo 9 mission in March of 1969 tested the lunar module for the first time in Earth's orbit, demonstrating the spacecraft's ability to dock and undock with the command module. This crucial step brought NASA one step closer to achieving the goal of landing on the moon. In May 1969, Apollo 10 served as a quote-unquote dress rehearsal for the upcoming moon landing, with the spacecraft coming within just 9 miles of the lunar surface. This mission tested the lunar module in lunar orbit and provided crucial data for the Apollo 11 mission to come. On July 20th, 1969, the world held its breath as Apollo 11 touched down on the moon's surface. Astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin stepped out onto the lunar soil, making history as the first humans to walk on another celestial body. Armstrong's iconic words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," echoed across the globe, marking a defining moment in human exploration. Just 4 months after Apollo 11, Apollo 12 continued the journey to the moon. Successfully landing on the Ocean of Storms, astronaut Pete Conrad and Alan Bean explored the lunar surface, conducting experiments and collecting samples that provided valuable insights to the moon's geology. The Apollo 13 mission in April of 1970 faced a near-catastrophic failure when an oxygen tank exploded on board the spacecraft, jeopardizing the lives of the astronauts. Through quick thinking, ingenuity, and teamwork, the crew, led by Jim Lovell, managed to safely return to Earth, demonstrating the resilience and resourcefulness of the Apollo program. Apollo 14 in February of 1971 returned to the lunar surface, with astronauts Alan Shepard, Stuart Roosa, and Edgar Mitchell landing in the far Maru Highlands. Shepard famously hit golf balls on the surface of the moon, showcasing the playful spirit and sense of adventure that characterized the Apollo astronauts. Apollo 15 in July of 1971 marked a new era of extended lunar exploration, with astronauts Dave Scott, James Irwin, and Al Warren spending 3 days on the moon's surface. They conducted extensive geological surveys, drove the lunar rover, and collected a record amount of samples that deepen our understanding of the moon's ancient history. Apollo 16 in April of 1972 continued the tradition of lunar exploration, with astronauts John Young, Charles Duke, and Ken Mattingly landing in the Descartes Highlands. They conducted scientific experiments, deployed instruments, and brought back valuable lunar samples that shed light on the moon's composition and origins. The final Apollo mission, Apollo 17, in December of 1972, brought an end to an era of lunar exploration. Astronauts Eugene Cernan, Harrison Schmitt, and Ronald Evans landed in the Taurus-Littrow Valley, where they conducted extensive geological surveys, explored the lunar surface, and captured stunning images of Earth from afar. Cernan's emotional closing words, "We leave as we came, and God willing, as we shall return, with peace and hope for all mankind," marked the end of the Apollo program and a chapter in human history. The Apollo program was a testament to human ingenuity, courage, and determination. It pushed the boundaries of what was possible, inspiring generations to dream big and reach for the stars. As we look back on the achievements of the Apollo missions, we're reminded of the power of exploration and the human spirit that propels us to new heights. No pun intended. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Apollo program. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what space program you want me to cover next. Until next time, keep learning.